You a bounty hunter?
Yeah, he's got to do something for a living these days.
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
Nerdrotic.com.
Let's get something out of the way, because this gets asked once in a while, and I think it certainly is a good question, even if it does come from disingenuous sources. So somebody tweeted at me a couple times yesterday, me and Ryan, about self-censoring on YouTube, self-censoring words. And, well, the question was basically, why do you complain about censorship and then censor yourself? Well, they're censoring ideas and they're censoring words. I find that the best way to remain entertaining, not to everybody, but to some of you out there, and relevant on a platform is to actually be on the platform.
No way!
You see, if I'm not on the platform, then I won't be entertaining to some, not all, relevant, and my message, whatever that message is, won't get across to anybody except for maybe my dog or my little plastic pals in my room here. They followed up the question by basically saying, well, you're just, if you're doing that, you're dancing for $1. Well, I hate to break this to you. We all dance for dollars.
No shit.
We all have to follow rules, whether it's our boss's rules or a platform's rules, and especially with YouTube rules, which are pretty ambiguous. It's best not to take chances so the overall message gets across. And that's why, you know what? Sometimes we have to dial things back. Sometimes we have to take the L here on YouTube to remain here, because while overall my channel's in very good standing, I rarely get demonetized. I can't even tell you the last time we got demonetized, I'll knock on wood, on Friday Night Tights. And that's with Az doing, he has 1/6 scale action figures, and he's showing you how to do the reverse Eiffel Tower or the Eiffel Tower. I can't remember if it was reverse or the Eiffel Tower.
The gun is disturbing, I must say. Eiffel Tower. Fucking destination.
That didn't get demonetized. All the stuff we've done has not gotten demonetized. So YouTube does let stuff go. But my main concern, and what, and he wasn't, this person wasn't just calling me out, he was calling others, but I'll speak for myself. It's the censoring of ideas that's dangerous. That's the bottom of the slippery slope. That's the thing we saw with certain political channels. Now, YouTube has taken out recently some, they've taken out a lot of right-wing channels and some left-wing channels, and it's probably just so they can look fair. And this isn't a partisan or political issue. This is a free speech, free expression issue. But I am not a free speech absolutist. There's certain words I won't allow in my chat, period. There's certain words I won't say, although I could say them whenever I want. And it's not really about being demonetized or not. It's about remaining in the algorithm to get recommended so as many people as possible see my videos. Because yes, I make videos and live streams for as many people as possible, while staying pretty true to myself. There are words, again, in public I won't say, I won't allow my kids to say. I certainly, again, could whenever I want, but I don't, because I'm an adult. I have self-restraint. And there's a little thing at the end of the 12th step of Alcoholics Anonymous. I practice these principles in all of my affairs. That's why I try very hard, as much as I get pissed off at people, because I'm a very fallible human being. I try not to attack people personally. But that is why we don't, and I have individual reasons. For instance, the coof. I could say COVID. I could. At first, YouTube was demonetizing people for saying that, and then they reversed it. But by the time they did, I was saying coof all the time, and I just think I just got in a habit. When it comes to Yahtzees, I specifically, and so coof I got from Jeremy from the Quartering. Yahtzees I got from Clownfish TV, and I think it's funny. And it also depowers that word, and it doesn't help perpetuate a false narrative. So that's why I say that. But yeah, I censor myself. I don't. I try not to drop F-bombs, or I'll bleep that out for monetization and for clicks. Absolutely. But I'm still going to try to get my ideas across as possible, because, like I've said before, we need to infiltrate, just like the SJWs did to Marvel. just like they have done to Hollywood right now. There's a lot of people who don't think in Hollywood and at Marvel and at Disney and at Lucasfilm like the Pablo Hidalgos of the world, but they're afraid to speak up. And what we need to do is make them not afraid. And there's ways to speak up where you're still within the guidelines. You don't have to be brash or edgy or shocking. You just need to get your point across. That's it. So we need to infiltrate this platform with common sense. That's why, I'm probably one of the few YouTubers that says, come on, try it. Get on YouTube for a hobby. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you don't have to talk about serious issues. You can just talk about whatever, you can make a Star Trek channel, whatever you want. And the more we have of that, the better it will be. So we're not so divided all the time. That was the one thing that I didn't like about Parler. I loved Parler for its free expression and everything, but it started out just very political. So the reason I went there is I'm going to try to be, I'm free to be political if I want to, but I talk about pop culture most of the time. So if there was more pop culture stuff at Parler, it would have made it a little less partisan, right? So that's why I chose to go to Minds. I'm not interacting that much over there. I got to get used to it, just in the habit, maybe eventually finally get away from Twitter. But Twitter is good for getting the videos out there and the live streams. I'm getting more and more interaction from Twitter every day, according to my analytics. And it's helpful, but is it great? No, I hate Jack Dorsey. I can't stand him. Can't stand the man. And I can't stand what YouTube and Google have been doing lately, but it doesn't mean I'm going to run. That's exactly what they want us to do. They want us to run. They want us to go somewhere else. No, I prefer to remain a pain in the ass. And, it goes by what my pop told me a long time ago. And I'm paraphrasing what he said. And I've told my kids, you got to play the game before you can change the rules. You can't come in and think you're running the place. That's entitlement. And it even goes for us. So to stay here, we need to be here. Pretty simple answer. And I've said that multiple times. So the person tweeting at me obviously didn't watch my videos or live streams. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.